All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We got an exciting episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. If my lovely assistant will ever come on, there she comes. There she comes. Yeah, don't let him out. He'll mess around. He got out on me yesterday. Oh, little mama's gonna help me film a video today, guys. If I can hold the phone, not drop it, and not lose all the footage that I've had. The video is going to be about the Evo. You guys know my Evo chopper. This video is primarily going to be about that. But I want to get you up to speed on a couple of other things because we've had some changes here in the shop. One, little mama sold her Softail, by the way. It's gone. So, Keith Falk's pan head. So one of the easy things I did was put a battery in it. So we put a battery in it. Keith didn't like the mid controls that were on it. So I moved the controls all forward. That being said, I had to dig through my parts and come up with enough parts and pieces to give him a foot control. But unfortunately, I'm misplaced the other chrome peg I've got. I don't know where it is. I don't know if I've stuck it on a bike. Did I stick it on this bike over here and forget? No. I've done something with it. Anyway, I'm missing one. And I have no idea what I did with it. But anyway, I moved his controls forward. Luckily, I had enough parts and pieces to put that together. I did have to bend the kickstand. It's got a curve to it, but it had to because when it was straight, it kind of stuck out here like this. That was a little too far out, so I put a bend in it. I'll probably grind that all down smooth and then spray it with some clear coat where it won't rust. And then on his, and I've got the pipe loosened up because you have to move the pipe down just to get the peg on it. When I find it, because it's here somewhere, and I just moved this one forward and I left him with the Prism Supply slingshot brake setup with the Wagner master cylinder. I did that grinding in it because the old exhaust, when I had the original pan heads on here, the OEM heads on here, I got rid of them and sold them. I had to clearance that for the pipe, which I think I had to on the Evo as well. I had to clearance it just a little bit right there. Yeah, I had to, down there at the bottom down there, see where it touches? We had to clearance it a little bit. We did that, but Keith didn't like the Z-bars that we had on it. So I put the original bars that I built with the bike that were on it at Texas, Born Free Texas. I almost said Texas Fandango, but it was Born Free Texas last year. I think it was number 4 last year, and this is Born Free number 5 coming up. And I'm having the sissy bar chrome. So everything's done except I'm waiting on the chromer to get done with the sissy bar. Then I can put the sissy bar, the fender, and the seat back on it. Find his other peg, and I'll be done with that. And my buddy Scott, the one that I'm building that chopper for right there, he's ready to start back moving again on his bike. He's coming out tonight to bring me some stuff, and that is his motor right there. We completely rebuilt his motor. We split the cases, new bearings, new races, trued the flywheels, new wrist pins. I think we salvaged the crank and the rods, rebuilt the heads. He had new rocker boxes that he wanted to put on it. So we shimmed them and got the rockers to about 4 to 5 thousandths in play in those. The brass oil lines, which I'm not a big fan of the brass oil lines, but he liked them, so he wanted to run them. I can't remember if I've got a stator for this engine or not, but I've got spare stators, so we're going to get back to work on his bike. But the star of the show is going to be the Evo. Oh no! So this red Road Glide, mine's out back. No, my brother's got my bike. I had to send him home on mine yesterday. That's his bike. He got him a new Road Glide, and he wanted some handlebars. What did I do with his handlebars? I'll leave them over there. Leave them over there. Well, actually, here, you take the phone. I'll grab them. And if I drop it or lose it, I'm probably going to take a hammer and smash it. I'm just forewarning you. General Lee's very particular about his bike. It's General Lee's bike, hence the Confederate flag on it. He wanted these bars, and Harley has really dumbed it down for us. They got rid of the fly-by-wire, so you don't have two harnesses you have to feed through the right side anymore. It's just one harness that basically looks just like this one, right? So you got that slot and that slot that you have to feed the wiring through. Well, for some reason, this side over here, no, it's got an extra plug on it. So what I had to do was fold it back on itself and tape it where two plugs weren't trying to go through here at the same time. Well, then I couldn't pull it out far enough to get the tape off of it to free up the other plug on it. And I pulled it through too far, so we were fighting it, trying to get it back this way. And the white plug on the end right there, can you see it? The white plug on the end right there, it got turned perpendicular to the bars and it got stuck in there. And in the process of all of that, I broke the plug and the pins came out of it and we couldn't salvage it. So I had to order him another one. And I found a company called NAMS, N-A-M-Z, NAMS. And they sell both harnesses, both sides, left and right, 4 inches over stock for like 36 bucks. Where Harley wanted 48 bucks just for one side, stock length. So if you're putting bars on your bike, go to NAMZ, NAMS, and they've probably got what you need and they'll ship it out within 3 to 5 business days. They say you'll get it. But I want to plug somebody else too, man. Cornerstone Manufacturing. I'll say that again. Cornerstone Manufacturing. The guy's in Knoxville, so he's local here in Tennessee. I want to say he's got a YouTube channel, but I know he's on Instagram at Cornerstone Manufacturing, and you might find him on Facebook. Joel Thacker, maybe on Facebook. He's out of Knoxville. But man, he makes badass parts, man. I want to say he makes Invader rims. I'd love to have a set of Invaders. But he's got a 3D printer, and he saw in one of my videos me making a seat pan. And you guys have seen me in my videos make seat pans before. You know, some of them are different. Like that one's a lot longer. But that's basically what I started with, and I just bent the back of that one. That'd be awesome. We'll straighten it up. But this one was a replica of this one. I want to say I built this one the same. I make these seat pans out of that sheet metal. I make the sissy bars out of that 9/16 stock right there. But he saw my video of me making a seat pan, and he sent me one of his products to try out. And I opened it up earlier, but we'll unpackage it for the sake of the camera in front of y'all. And it's all 3D printed. And I've got to call him to verify exactly how I'm supposed to do it, but I think in the short conversation I had with him, is once I've got the fender on here and everything's done, I put my seat pan where I want it and I just slowly heat it up with my plumber's torch or a heat gun, you know, like just a heat shrink gun, and slowly form the seat pan to match my fender. And then you just get a stock piece of the backrest, you shape it like you want it, and then I got to figure out how the two connect. So that's a conversation I've got to have with him, and I think that was 55 bucks. That included shipping. I'm not sure. You'll have to check on his website, man. But for a cost-effective, easy way to do your own seat pan, because people are constantly asking me, "Where'd you get the seat? Where'd you get the seat? Where'd you get the seat?" Because most of the companies out there don't make. There's not a lot of companies making big twin king queen seats. they make for rigid frame motorcycles. There's a lot of companies that make, like TC Brothers, Throttle Addiction. They all make king queen seats for Sportsters, but this part right here is quite a bit smaller for a Sportster frame, and to me they just don't look right on a big twin. I've bought their seat pans before. You can buy just a naked seat pan, but I would cut the bottom off and remake the bottom. Where now I just make them all myself. But I'm going to give Cornerstone Manufacturing a chance and see how I like this. And it's much easier to make it all your bracketry and all of that. So big shout out to Joel at Cornerstone Manufacturing on Instagram. You guys go check him out. And I'll do a more detailed video when we make this seat pan here coming up pretty soon. That being said, we'll get to the star of the show now. What time are we at, Mama?
11:05.
Huh?
11:05.
So, we'll start with this side. This bike had a collapsed lifter. When I first fired it up, what is that, your phone? Oh, no, don't worry about it. It had a collapsed lifter and it was making a horrible noise. So we took it apart, realized one of the lifters had collapsed. So we bought new lifters for it. These Arlen Ness, I'm pretty sure they're Arlen Ness pushrod tubes. They're horrible. I hate them. I would never suggest anybody run them. I'll never have another set of these. So we got rid of these and we got standard pushrod tubes like everybody's used to. Yeah, because they're spring loaded and they're really hard to fool with. Pushrod tubes were adjustable, but they wouldn't adjust enough to come out. So we got S&S push rods, we got pushrod tubes, we got S&S lifters, and we didn't realize that the cam was shot. Apparently somebody ran it with that collapsed lifter a little too long, and when we were going to put the lifters in, we rolled the engine over, to move the cam around, when we realized that lobe was gouged out really bad. There was a little bit of wear right there where the cam bearing goes, so it was signed that it at least needed a new cam bearing. But that's what a good lobe should look like. There's no wear, there's no marks on it, it's smooth, the heat treat's still there. But once you burn through that metal, that right there just goes quickly and it just wears your lifters out. But anyway, that's what happens when you run a bike with a collapsed lifter like that. Big Joe, I doubt you're watching, but Big Joe up there, Slick's buddy, you've got a 92 Softail Springer, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, you got a collapsed lifter. He did, he took the engine apart, and he had a valve kiss a piston on his bike, and it's from that right there. That's what will happen. So we did that. Finally got the bike put back together, fired it up, and we realized the chain, the primary chain, was stretched out. There was no more adjustment left in it. I had it adjusted all the way out, and it was still slapping the inner primary. So I finally got a new timing chain, put that in.
How we go?
Huh?
How we go?
Bang, bang, bang. Oh, right. We got that done. Oh, I had to put a new switch in it because the switch that was in it, I think the guy that originally had this bike, he has a CNC machine. I think he made this piece. He milled that out of aluminum, and it's a nice piece. It's Nice CNC is the name of the company. Nice CNC. Really nice bracket. Unfortunately, the hole was too big for the replacement switch, but that switch could not handle the heat. We originally had it set up where forward was ignition only, that's off, and back was ignition and headlight tail light. But we realized, and we had it over here on this side, and we realized after riding the bike and it heated up, all the heat from the heads was just, it was too much for that switch. So I put just a standard I put a standard switch in it now, but it's only a one position. It's got two positions, but that one doesn't allow us to do anything. We tried, we can't get anything out of that one. So headlight, tail light, and ignition's all on that switch. I just cut that out of a piece of 3/16 stock I had. I need to take it off and rattle can it black. Did that. We're fixing to get it off the lift in a minute, but I've got a few of these standard switches. I don't know who I got this one from. I probably got this one from Throttle Addiction. It's a little bit bigger. I don't like it, but I want to say a lot of companies are making that bracket right there. And you can open that bracket up as big as you need it, but it mounts on the transmission right here. It's probably going to go on the giveaway bike. Yeah, I like them glass door handles. It'll go right there like that. But it just mounts to the transmission like that. But this one is a momentary switch, which it doesn't do me any good in my line of work. Yeah, because I usually don't have electric starts on my bike, except this one. And actually, it's nice. I kind of like that electric start. I'm getting a little bit spoiled with it. How much time are we at?
16:22. 16:22.
Okay. Pause it right there. Well, I kept having some issues with my phone, but I've downloaded a video editing app that I think will allow me to save some of these videos. Like, I would get so much recorded on that Android, and if I stopped the recording accidentally, I couldn't start it back again. But I think with this editing program I downloaded, I can edit two together, because I started filming this video twice. I got 16 minutes into it once and lost it, and then 12 minutes into it again. So we'll see how this video turns out. If I can clip them together and make you guys a good video, we'll have a video. But what we've been talking about, of course, is the Evo. And I think at the end of the last segment, I had it on the floor when little mama was out here helping me with it. But she's gone now, so we'll get it off the lift, and we'll get it fired up, and we'll take a little ride on it. And I don't think I've said it yet, and I'll say it again when I get closer to the phone. If you guys have not liked and subscribed to Slickhead Custom Cycles channel, please go and do so. And then right there, and then as soon as you get done, go check out Ralph at It's My Time, Let's Go. He's up in the Great White North. He's up in Canada. He's a great guy. And Ralph, if you'll send me a shirt or a banner, I'll hang it up where I can show everybody your channel. But until then, we're going to get this Evo down. She like to took off on me, but we saved her. We saved it. And as I said in the previous segment, I changed out my key switch, and you guys all know, I'm pretty sure I've already shown you that I just added the push button on the solenoid right there. So we'll see about getting her fired up. Turn the fuel on. Always check, make sure your float don't stick. Because the smallest piece of trash can stop up that needle and seat. Headlight on means I got ignition. friction. It's a lot quieter now that primary chain ain't slamming against the inner primary. And I'll tell you, the foot clutch on a 5-speed is way different. Corey warned me about that. That the friction zone's way different than it is on a 4-speed. And actually, in my opinion, it's a lot easier to work with. Well, she's acting like she's wanting to starve for fuel for some reason. I might need to pop that bowl off of there. Might need to pop that bowl off and check the float level on it. Nope, I'm kicking my power off. That's what's happening. I got a short somewhere, guys. I just hadn't figured out yet. And I have no idea what it is. I'm beginning to think I've got a bad circuit breaker. It's been causing me problems. I thought I had it figured out, and I guess I don't. A lot of times when that circuit breaker resets, she'll come right back to life. Let me turn that fuel off. I'm probably going to end this video here, guys. Try to get it edited together, and maybe post it tonight. Let's see how it goes. Anyway, y'all please, if you're still here, be sure to like and subscribe to the video. We're coming up on 25,000, guys. Let's hit that 25,000. We can do it if everybody just watching this video, man, will hit the like button. We will get there, guys. Till then, Hippie's Chopper Corner, folks. Home of the sketchy chopper. We keep them sketchy all the time. Oh, yeah. Gusher Cycles is doing a chopper show at 615 Queued Up in Pleasant View, Tennessee on Saturday. It's on Highway 41. Y'all go check it out. I'm going to try to be there. Hippie's Chopper Corner, folks.